So I'm going to show you how to use the Ti84. First thing we're going to do is when you come to your calculator, hopefully it's off, turn the calculator on with this button in the lower left corner. And then in order to enter data, we're going to go to the stat key, and it's going to come up with this screen. And then you're going to hit enter, and it comes up with your lists. So we're going to arrow up one. If you have stuff in there, you just arrow up to where the L1 is highlighted. You push the clear button and hit enter, and it'll take all the information out. Just never hit the delete button, because that'll make all your information go away. So we're going to enter in all of the data from number 33. So 94, and then enter, 83, and then enter, so on and so forth. All right, once you're done, then you'll have all of your data in here. So you should be on line 31. So there's 30 pieces of data. If your last number is highlighted, make sure that you arrow down or hit enter one time so that you're on line 31. Sometimes your calculator won't do everything that it can do if it's on an actual piece of data. So part A says to make a box plot of the data. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the second key, which is this blue one, and then the Y equals. So basically where the stat plot is. Probably your stat plots are off like mine is. And go ahead and hit enter to select the first one. So you can see that the on is blinking and the off is solid. So hit enter to select on, arrow down once. And then the only thing we can do here is arrow over. So we're going to arrow over until we get to the one that looks like the two little dots. So there's two box plots, but we want the one with the little dots after it. It's called a modified box plot. So you hit enter to select it, and then L1 is the default. It doesn't matter if it's in color or whatever. So I'm going to, once it's in and you went through everything, then you're gonna push the graph key, which is at the end. And it comes up with this graph, and you might not see anything to start with. So you're going to, sorry, the lights went off on me. So you're going to hit the zoom key, which is right here in the middle underneath format, and then push 9 for stat zoom. And that will make your box plot actually appear. So this is our box plot. You can see that there's two outliers. These two little points over here are the outliers. This is our min. This is the first beginning of the line is Q1. The line in the middle is the median. The end of the box is Q3, and this is our max at the end. And again, two outliers. So what we're going to do is if you hit the trace key, which is this fourth key at the top, it'll actually go along. You just hit the right arrow and you can see each piece of data, and at the bottom of your screen, it will tell you what it is. Sorry, let it come into focus. Maybe not. So anyways, you can see, there you go. You can see it says 44 at the bottom, and it says 46. So when you go to graph it, you'll want to graph it on your paper like I did here. So I've got the two outliers with asterisks. Notice that I have a scale at the bottom, and then I have the test scores label at the end. And so that's what you want to do. All right, and that's what you should have on your paper. So now, how did the students do on the first test last year? So we can look and see that two students were considerably lower than the rest of the class. The median was 87.5, skewing the data to the left, and the interquartile range was 20.5. Right, so we can see what 20.5 is because right here, mine is at 82.5. And if I arrow over to Q3, it's at 93.5, so we just subtract the two, and that'll, I guess it was 82.5 and 93.5. So it looks like it should be 21, not 20.5. So now let's go ahead and look at number 34. So see if you can put the data into your calculator, draw the box plot, and see if you have it. So you're going to do number 34 on your own, page 71, number 94, and see if you can do that from your notes. If not, then you know that you need to come in and get some help. So now let's go ahead and skip to the number 36, where it talks about standard deviation. So I'm going to show you how to do the standard deviation in your calculator. So the first thing you're going to do is go back to your list. So go to Stat, and then Edit, Enter. We want to clear our list out, so we're going to arrow up one place, and I'm going to hit Clear, and hit Enter to actually clear it out. And I'm going to put in the 7 number, or the 4 numbers that we have, 7, 7, 9, 9. So now we're going to hit the Stat key. We're going to arrow over 1 to where it says Calc, and we're going to hit 1 or Enter for one variable statistics. All right, so this is the default, L1's the default. You can just enter until Calculate is highlighted, and then you hit Enter and your calculator will actually calculate it. And you can see what the mean is. So the mean is X bar, that's that top number. The standard deviation is this S of X number, so we always use this SX number. This sigma X is actually just uses N on the bottom instead of N minus 1. So we always want to use this top number, so because our answer is actually 1.15. So we always use the S of X number, the sample mean number, because that's the N minus 1 formula, which is what we have. So the standard deviation is right there, and that's that. So pretty easy peasy. All right, so that concludes our little video on how to do the Ti84 for this part. Thanks.